Like a month or two might go by and they might feel like, yo, I'm not getting any results. The more fat you eat, the more calories you're gonna consume. Working out consistently, you're going to the gym every day, but you're still out eating Chick-fil-A. You have to start going to organic markets, real farmers markets, not your chain supermarket like a Target or a Walmart. You have to understand that what is normal and what's pushed as food isn't food. Almost every snack that people eat, if you look at the back of your label, and please do, it says contains bioengineered food ingredients. Nothing that's bioengineered should be going inside of our bodies.
All them shackles is broken, no holding me down. Had to humble myself, I was getting too proud. Really thought I was lit with a couple of thousand. Money used to be something, I don't care about it now. Ain't the type to be fake, I won't hang with the crowd.
What's good, YouTube? I'm back at y'all with another vid. Then I got asked a question basically about nutrition. So I decided I'm gonna turn it into a YouTube video. I really sit down. I got 3 topics that I'm gonna kind of just break down and go a little bit into detail about on how you can basically, work on your nutrition to get that lean body that you might be looking for, or to just slim down, cut away the fat, build up the muscle. Whatever your goal is, I'm gonna kind of go into detail, and you can implement some of the things that I speak about into your daily routine to get you started up. I just wanted to start this video walking a little bit and not get straight into the, sitting down in one spot. I want to give y'all a little bit of a different idea. So now let's get to that video. Let's get to that. All right, so first and foremost, I just want to say I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be dropping more content that you guys want to see on a weekly basis. I'm aiming for 2 to 3 uploads a week, and that's what we're going to be doing from here on out. I want you guys to ask me questions, and whatever question you have, whether it's about health, nutrition, anything that can be related to what I do on this channel, ask the question, just do it so that I can have more ideas to give you guys what you really want to see. So I got my little board with me. It just has the questions on it, so just so I have an idea of what I'm going to be talking about, so I'm not kind of just going off the fly and freestyling a little bit. So the first topic is really how getting lean starts in the kitchen. So a lot of people will start working out and they'll be in the gym. They'll be going maybe every day, Monday through Friday, working out for an hour every time they go, 30 minutes, whatever the case may be. And like a month or two might go by and they might feel like, yo, I'm not getting any results. Like, why am I not seeing any changes? I've been here working out. I've been consistently in here. I'm working out. I'm doing cardio. What we have to understand is that the calories that you consume is a big factor. The recommended daily value of calories that you're supposed to consume is 2,000 calories. For the most part, some people probably consume more than that because a lot of the foods that you eat are very calorie dense due to the fact that a lot of the foods that people go outside and buy, especially if you're someone who eats fast food a lot, you don't cook at home, or you just eat a lot of fatty meats and a lot of dairy and things of that nature, you're consuming a lot of fat, and fat holds a lot of calories. So we have to understand that. The more fat you eat, the more calories you're going to consume. So if you're working out consistently, you're going to the gym every day, but you're still out eating Chick-fil-A, you're still out eating Popeyes, you're getting pizza, you're eating a bunch of sandwiches with cheese and a bunch of pork and ham and turkey and all that stuff, it's going to be real hard for you to just cut down fat and lean out because you're putting in work and then you're literally canceling out the work that you put in by just putting that right back into your body because you're eating stuff that are very high in fat. And then especially things that are high in saturated fat, because there are different types of fats. You have your healthy fats, your monounsaturated and your polyunsaturated fats. But then you have your unhealthy fats, your saturated fats, and your trans fats, which you get from most oils and fried foods. So we have to understand that you're not going to get lean if you don't get right in the kitchen. And what you got to do to get right in the kitchen is you have to start the meal prep. You got to start to make your own food, healthier recipes. You have to start to shop in the organic section of your supermarket. You have to start going to organic markets, real farmers markets, not your chain supermarket like a Target or a Walmart that has a lot of foods that aren't even 100% organic or fresh, things that have been tampered with, man made, a lot of stuff pumped into them. You know what I mean? Like, you need fresh produce, fresh fruits and vegetables. You need to get the right types of foods. If you're going to make things with rice and pasta, you need more plant-based alternatives. You need wild black rice. You need chickpea pasta. You don't need that regular pasta that they have, and like, you need to start to have alternatives for the things that are normal in our society, because the things that are normal in our society are the things that are causing so many people in the United States to be obese. They're the things that are causing so many people in the United States to have chronic health issues. Like, we have to understand that what is normal and what's pushed as food isn't food. All that processed stuff, the cereals and the snacks. Like, one thing I've realized, and I've been looking at it a lot lately, and it's crazy. This last month, almost every snack that people eat, if you look at the back of your label, and please do, if you look at the back of your label, it says contains bioengineered food ingredients. Nothing that's bioengineered should be going inside of our bodies. We're human. We were made from the earth. We're supposed to eat from the earth. Something that's bioengineered means that it was made in the lab. How are they bioengineering food ingredients? Food ingredients are natural. You get them out of the ground, they grow. You don't need to bioengineer anything. So if something's being bioengineered, it's not natural. So you have to think about that. If it's not natural, what is the body gonna do? It's not gonna know what to do with it. So a lot of times they get stored, and then it creates health issues because it's foreign to the body. Your body doesn't know what to do with it. It either tries to fight it off, or it stores it somewhere where it's not supposed to be because it has fat around it, and then it stores it into fat that you already have in your body. Because even if you're lean, you still have fat in your body. So we all have fat. You have adipose fat and all the different types of layers of fat that you have in your body, the brown and the white, and so on and so forth. So you have all of that in your body. So it's gonna store it there, and then now it's gonna start to build it up. And then because these are foreign things, it's not supposed to be in your body. It's gonna mess with your blood sugar. It's gonna mess with your heart. It's going to mess with a lot of different things. Now you have diabetes. Now you have hypertension, and you don't know why, but you don't realize you've been eating things that have a bunch of man-made chemicals and bioengineered food ingredients inside of them. So we have to understand, we have to start in the kitchen. Stop buying these processed packaged foods. If the food that you're about to buy has more than 5 ingredients on the back of it, do not buy it. If the thing that you're about to buy has ingredients on the back of it that you can't understand, you can barely pronounce, or you just don't know what it is, don't buy it. Red 40, yellow 1, blue 2, or whatever it's called. Blue 1, yellow 2, yellow 4. They're putting artificial colors and different things inside of these foods that, one, cause cancer, two, are not supposed to go in your body. They're man-made, they're artificial. And then the bioengineered food ingredients that they're talking about. They're making bioengineered corn ingredients and things of that nature. Why is that being bioengineered? We have to start asking these questions before we can create solutions. We have to start identifying the problems. A lot of people live with a lot of problems and don't even realize that they're living with problems. If you can't identify the problems, you cannot create a solution. So you have to start in the kitchen, and what you do in the kitchen will literally impact your entire life. It will impact your mood. It will impact your energy level. It will impact your sleep. It will impact your relationships with others. It will impact your gym life. It will impact your body weight. It will impact you spiritually, mentally, physically. So we have to start emphasizing going back to how things were traditionally, going and buying something that you need, cooking it the day of, and eating it. Yes, there's alternatives to doing that now. You can meal prep and prep for the week. That way you just have food in the fridge, you reheat it throughout the week. You can probably make the same 2 3 meals for the week. You'll have something for lunch, you'll have something for dinner that you prepped. So now every day you just go warm up the food that you made, but you made the food. You made the food. So it's fresh, it's organic. You made sure, excuse me, you made sure you went to a butcher shop and got your meat if you're gonna eat some beef or something like that. You made sure you went to a real fish market and got some fresh fish that was just picked that day. You made sure that you went to a real farmer's market and got you some real fruits and vegetables and produce that was recently picked. You asked some questions of how they raise up their crops, made sure that they don't spray their crops with a bunch of fertilizers and different things that cause cancer in the body and stuff like that. You made sure that they don't do that. You made sure that they're not tampering with their produce. You make sure that these are organic fruits with seeds in them. Like, these are things that we have to do. So it starts in the kitchen. You feel what I'm saying? What you put inside your body dictates everything. Our stomach is the start of our life. When you're in the womb, the first thing that develops is your stomach. So if you put bad things in your stomach, bad will come out. You're gonna have you're gonna have messed up skin. Your skin's not gonna be clear. You're gonna have all types of different things going on. You're gonna have an odor. Your breath's gonna stink. Like, you're gonna have teeth issues, teeth fungus, foot fungus. Like, everything comes from the gut. Everything starts in the gut. So if you're not treating your stomach right, nothing else is gonna be right in your life. And it might seem like it is, but it's gonna catch up to you. So that's number one. Number two, what do you need to stop eating to get lean? You need to stop eating processed foods, which I just mentioned. So all those cereals, all those colorful, artificially sweetened snacks. You need to avoid dairy, all that cheese, all that processed cheese, all those eggs. You need to avoid non-organic meats. So all that chicken that's being pumped up with estrogen and water to make it look bigger, and that synthetic estrogen that's affecting our health, especially men and especially women, that's causing women to develop ovarian cysts and different things in their reproductive system that's not supposed to be there because they're having too much estrogen in their body, and it's not natural estrogen. Is synthetic estrogen is causing men to get fatter and develop man boobs and all this different stuff. We need to avoid those types of stuff. We need to avoid beef and stuff that's very fatty and it's not lean and not organic. We need to avoid farm raised fish and meat like salmon. We need wild caught things. We need to avoid all these artificially sweetened juices and sodas. No more soda. We need to avoid all those creamers that were thrown in the coffee. We need to avoid drinking so much coffee and depending on coffee to get through our day. These are things that we need to avoid. We need to avoid eating fast food outside. I know everybody loves Chick-fil-A. I like Chick-fil-A. I don't eat it anymore, but I did. But there's a lot of man-made chemicals in that chicken. If you leave that chicken out, that chicken sandwich out, if you go buy a chicken sandwich and leave it out for a month, 2 months, it won't mold. Something that's real should mold. If you go get some chicken from the supermarket, it's gonna start to spoil. But you go get you a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, it's gonna sit there. It's not gonna mold. I promise you. Bunch of chemicals on it. It tastes so good. Yeah, there's a reason why they testing this stuff in the lab to make sure that it got the right crisp, the right strip of the chicken, because I don't even know if it could be considered chicken at that point with how much man-made chemicals it got in it. They making sure it got the right spice, the right flavor. You feel what I'm saying? The bun is buttered the right way. It got the right smoothness and consist. They're making sure of this. So yes, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna have to let go of so many things that you love eating and you love doing. But all the fast food, all the eating out, unless you're going to a real restaurant where you know like they're really making that food, it's gonna be tough. And most restaurants, they getting their food shipped in. Like, I'm sorry, food that's getting shipped in boxes, in brown boxes, can't be that good for you. You feel what I'm saying? Unless it's dry goods like rice and beans and things like that can be dried. Like, I'm sorry, a lot of that stuff being transported from states away, by the time it gets there, it's not fresh. It's not. And we have to start to accept reality of that. Like, yeah, you're gonna go out sometimes. I'm not saying that's it's unrealistic to say you're not gonna go out. So yeah, you're gonna go out to a restaurant, you're gonna eat some food. There's a lot of restaurants that you're gonna get high quality food from that get their food probably imported the day of or a few days before. So it's a little more fresh. You might go to like a little Applebee's or Fridays here and there. I'm not saying that you're not. I'm gonna be realistic, but most of your time when you're eating and what you're consuming should be from your kitchen, you prepping it. And if you're not gonna prep it yourself, get the food prepped by somebody that does meal prep, that you know for sure is making fresh food with organic food. So that's what you have to stop eating. Now, number three, what do you need to start eating to get lean? So for one, you need foods that are high in fiber. Why do you need foods that are high in fiber? Because you need to go to the bathroom. In order to get lean, you have to be releasing the waste out of your body. because when you're releasing and when you're eating foods with a lot of high fiber, that's clearing out your intestinal and your digestive tract. Sorry, I just wilded out just now. You're clearing out your digestive tract and you're releasing a lot of waste that's actually holding weight in your body, and it's also gonna cause you to be bloated and bulge out your stomach more, or your midsection, I should say. It's causing that to bulge out more. So you're gonna release a lot more waste. Your stools are gonna be more healthy, more smooth. You're not gonna be constipated as much if you deal with that. So that will help you drop weight also because it's releasing a lot of food and it's not storing fat in your body. Anything that has high fiber, any foods that have high fiber, they won't get stored as fat because it digest a lot easier, and the fiber that's connected to it allows it to be digested and break down much more smoothly. So you need more fiber. What else you need? You need to consume enough vitamins and minerals. So you need foods that are rich in vitamins and minerals. What are those? Fruits, vegetables, a lot more plant-based stuff. You need to start consuming apples. You need to start consuming seeded grapes. You need to start consuming watermelon. You need to start eating cucumber. You need to start getting coconut water. You need to start eating broccoli. You need to start eating celery, kale. You know what I'm saying? You start eating lettuce. You need to start eating all these different things. Eggplant, squash. You feel like I could go on and on. Fresh tomatoes. You could grow these things if you have a backyard. If you get a greenhouse, start growing. Start looking up agriculture, permaculture. We need to start going back to the traditional way of living. Like, yes, modernization is beautiful. I love it. I love modern homes. I love the cars we got. I love the phones we got and all the innovation that we have nowadays. But we can't get lost in technology. We have to still remember what life is supposed to be like, what we were put here to do. We were put here to live among the land, use the land to produce, be fruitful and multiply. We can't just rely on technology for everything. We still have to do regular human like things. You have to be able to go outside and grow some fruit or vegetables. If you don't know how to do that, what if something goes wrong and you can't go to a supermarket? You don't even know how to grow your own food. You have no seeds. We have to be self-resilient. We have to be self-sufficient. We have to have things for ourselves. We can't depend on someone else to provide something for us. So you have to eat these things. You need no no white rice, no white flour, no white bread, none of that stuff. You need natural ancient grains. You need wild black rice, chickpeas or garbanzo beans, whichever one you want to call it, lentils. Like, these are the things we need to eat more. Potatoes, sweet potatoes. You can have your wild caught salmon. You can have your fresh beef maybe once or twice a week just to keep some weight on, if that's what your goal is. If you want to stay a little more on the buffer side, like, eat more plant based, less of the, oh, I need to have meat with this, or protein. Our body makes protein. The thing that we need to make protein are amino acids. There are 9 essential amino acids. I'm not going to sit here and name every one. You could look those up. There are 9 essential amino acids we need to produce and build muscle in our bodies. And if you provide your body with those, you will build muscle. So you need to start eating more walnuts. You need to start eating, as I just said, chickpeas has a lot of these amino acids, and chia seeds, flax seeds, quinoa. I don't know if I said lentils already, but lentils. These things have a lot of those essential amino acids you need. Yes, you could get some of those out of beef, different like red meats and things of that nature, because these animals that you're consuming produce the protein because they ate vegetation and different things from outside that had these amino acids in them. Their body broke down the amino acids, turned them into protein, and now the meat that you're eating from the animals has protein, but you're getting secondhand protein. You're not getting the first-hand protein, which is really amino acids. So if you want to get first-hand amino acids, you go get those plant-based stuff that I just named. You start consuming them on a daily basis. You make sure you're getting the right nutrition that you need, these vitamins and minerals like magnesium and things of that nature that helps your body to break down these amino acids and produce the proteins in your body that you need. That's why your nutrition is so important. You need the right vitamins, you need the right minerals in your body on a daily basis to, one, have your body functioning properly, have energy, be able to break down and produce proteins and different things that your body needs, and a lot of these different vitamins and minerals depend on one another to actually work in the body the right way. So certain minerals help other minerals be broken down or produced properly in the body, or consumed, or I'm saying, utilized properly in the body. So we need to make sure that we're getting these essential amino acids, making sure we're getting these vitamins and minerals in, and track this stuff. Track how much calories you're consuming. Track the vitamins that you're getting in. Track the minerals that you're getting in. Start taking things like sea moss, natural wild caught sea moss, not that farm raised crafted sea moss that they out there pushing. Make sure the people that you getting your sea moss from, if you decide to get sea moss, is making 100%, or is producing and going out and catching that sea moss straight out the ocean, and selling it. Make sure you're making you throwing sea moss in your smoothies. Make sure you're getting in all those other plant-based things that I just mentioned. But these are the things that we have to do. So I'm not gonna go ramble anymore. I said a lot. I hope y'all could take this information in. Take notes. Take notes. There's so many other things that you can consume and you can eat. I can't go and name everything. It's hundreds of things that you can, that you can eat that's plant-based and natural. But that's really the foundation. Now the next step is for you to just implement, take action. The more you do it, the more you'll learn, and the more knowledgeable you'll get in nutrition. Like, you just have to do it. Like, we learn from doing things, just like as like we did when we were children. You had to learn, you had to mess up, you had to fail, you had to test, try out things to know what's good, what's bad, what you don't need. We know what's bad, but we're addicted to sugar and we're addicted to salt and these man-made chemicals that they're putting in it. A lot of these fast food companies and a lot of these food companies are legal drug dealers. They're putting a bunch of chemicals in this stuff that have you addicted, have you craving this like you're a crack addict. And we don't realize it. Like the way how that Chick-fil-A line be so long, that's how crackheads be lined up for some crack. But they just can't be lined up like that because they're gonna make the block hot. So the difference is Chick-fil-A block not gonna ever get hot because it's being USDA approved. All these places is being approved by the government to sell this stuff, and it's keeping you blind. It's keeping your mind like warped. It got you in a chokehold. But you got to understand, they try to make it seem these wealthy people is not eating fast food. I remember I seen a thing a while back about Lil Wayne saying he hasn't had like McDonald's in years. When you get that type of money, you're not stopping at these places. I don't care what celebrities y'all see that might be recording them stopping. They might do that here and there every once in a while if they're on the road and they have no time. But on the regular, they got chefs. On the regular, they're eating healthier. They're eating better food. And we just also have to stop modeling our lives after some of these people, because just because these people have money doesn't always mean that they're doing right for their life. You have to understand that they're not even living for God at the end of the day. So if you're not living for God, one, you're really not doing good for your life as is. But just because people got money don't mean you need to look up what they're doing. I've heard people say, "Oh, Warren Buffett eats McDonald's." Warren Buffett might be a very wealthy investor. That don't mean he make good life choices or good life decisions. He's not a life advisor. He's not someone that's spreading the word of God. He's a investor. If you want to take investment tips from him, go ahead. But you're not gonna take life advice from him just because he is successful, quote unquote, because he has billions of dollars because he's an investor. But we're not looking at that. We have to start looking at the real, and everything starts with your health. Health is wealth at the end of the day. If you're not healthy, doesn't matter how much money you have. If you had to die tomorrow, but they was gonna give you $1 million, you're not taking that $1 million because you're gonna die tomorrow. You're not gonna get to use nothing with it. You have to understand our time is our most valuable thing. So the time you get to spend here with your friends, your families, and your loved ones, and those experiences you get to make is the most valuable thing. Make sure your health is right before anything else. And that's all I gotta say. Yeah, I'm out. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, turn that notification bell on. I appreciate y'all. Peace.